Get ready, start. The four appellants, along with seven other accused, were tried under sections 147, 148, and 302, read with 149 of the Indian Penal Code. Stop. The trial court convicted the eight accused, including the four appellants, under section 302/149 IPC and awarded life imprisonment. Stop. Appellants numbers 1, 2 and 4 were also convicted under section 147 IPC and each awarded 1 year RI. Appellant number 3 was also convicted under section 148 IPC and awarded 2 years RI. Stop. The remaining 3 accused were acquitted by the trial court for want of corroboration. Stop. On appeal by the 8 convicted persons, the High Court upheld the conviction of only 4 appellants on all the counts and allowed the appeal of the other 4 co-accused for want of corroboration. Stop. Para. In this appeal by special leave, it was contended that appellants number 3 and 4 should also be acquitted for want of corroboration, as the trial court has acquitted 3 accused and the High Court, on appeal, has further acquitted 4 accused for want of corroboration. Stop. Para. The appeal was contested on behalf of the state, contending that in case of conviction under section 302, read with section 149 of the IPC, corroboration in case of individual accused was not necessary and there 131 was enough corroboration on record to prove that the accused were members of the unlawful assembly at the time of commission of offence. Stop. Para. Dismissing the appeal, section 149 creates a specific and distinct offence. Stop. It imposes constructive or vicarious criminal liability of the members of the unlawful assembly for the unlawful acts committed pursuant to the common object by any other member of the assembly. Stop. It is not necessary that all persons forming an unlawful assembly must do some overt acts. Stop. The section makes a member of the unlawful assembly responsible as a principal of the acts of each, and all, merely because he is a member of an unlawful assembly. Stop. While overt acts and active participation may indicate common intention of the persons perpetrating the crime, the mere presence in the unlawful assembly may fasten vicarious criminal liability under the section. Stop. The basis of constructive guilt under section 149 is mere membership of the unlawful assembly, with requisite common object or knowledge. Stop. Para. The two essentials of the section are the commission of an offence by any member of an unlawful assembly and that such offence must have been committed in prosecution of the common object of that assembly or must be such as the members of that assembly knew to be likely to be committed. Stop. Para. The common object of the assembly must be one of the 5 objects mentioned in section 141 of the Indian Penal Code. Stop. Para. In an appeal by the persons convicted under section 302 with the aid of section 149 IPC, the question whether a particular person was a member of the unlawful assembly at the relevant time may be examined, and if it is found from the evidence on record that he was not a member of the unlawful assembly, he could not be convicted with the aid of section 149. Stop. Para. But once the court holds that certain accused persons formed an unlawful assembly and an offence is committed by any member of that assembly in prosecution of the common object of that assembly or such as the members of the assembly knew to be likely to be committed in prosecution of that object, every person who at the time of committing that offence was a member of the same assembly is to be held guilty of that offence. Stop. After such a finding, it is not open to the 132 court to see as to who actually did the offensive act. Stop. The prosecution is not obliged to prove which specific overt act was done by which of the accused. Stop.